Okay, Drake push up this actually explained new info. Let's see what we got here.
I got something to say.
The biggest moment in rap in over a decade just happened. I literally cover beefs on this channel and that's it, so this is like Christmas for me. If anyone has been following this channel, you probably saw my coverage of Drake and Kendrick's long-running beef, as it is the biggest video on the internet regarding that topic. This subliminal shit's been going on for a very long time. Just 1 month ago, I told you guys that Kendrick was coming with some shots, and you clowned me. Like I said, I mean, like, I'll put my entire YouTube channel on the line here. Like, Kendrick will have a response to these records. And then this...
Yo, this nigga might be a fucking... That's crazy. Hey, cause I ain't gonna lie, I did not see Kendrick coming out of nowhere to take shots at Drake and J. Cole, but hey, this nigga saw it, so respect to him.
It's happened.
I watched that video before this whole, like, you know, the new wave of beef happened, and I didn't really, like, I ain't really think too much of it. Cause, you know, Drake got a beef with a lot of niggas, so I just looked at it as, like, another guy Drake's beefing with, you know?
Nigga, it's just big me. Nigga,
boom!
And I've also been telling you guys that counting Drake out of this thing is a huge mistake. If you're gonna sit there and count Drake out entirely, like he has zero chance, that just tells me that you really haven't been paying attention. Drake just dropped an atomic bomb, and this will be my most exciting breakdown that I've ever done on this channel. I could barely keep it together, I'm not gonna lie. So right off rip, I wanted to point something out about the original track that we got, which was the on-mix version, where Drake started out the record with a big sigh. Now this sigh was very similar to how we started off.
Yo, this nigga's even breaking down the sigh? Niggas is breaking down Drake's sigh? That's wicked.
The Duppy freestyle against Pusha T.
That was? Oh, I didn't even realize that.
So Drake is basically acting as if this is a huge inconvenience. Now, this did get removed from the final version, and I'm not sure why he removed it, but it could be based on superstition, because we all know how the Duppy freestyle played out.
You are
I don't even want to. On God, I'm about to skip this shit. I don't want to hear this again, bro.
hiding a child.
On the final version of the track, the record does not start out with a sigh, but instead the iconic Woo Kid drop. Now, I'm not convinced for 1 second that Woo Kid had much to do with the actual production of this record, and I feel that it is the drop in itself where Drake is sending a message. We're talking about a man that was along for the ride with the pettiest rapper to ever live, hosting some of the most iconic tapes that were full of diss records. Drake is setting the tone for this war.
Also, Woo Kid was,
I'm gonna shoot you.
There's no question about it that the drop.
With the shovel. Nigga, where you hear that from? So Woo Kid was 50 Cent's producer. Okay. They said Kendrick Lamar might drop tonight, so let's see.
He's symbolic. Like, he's bringing us back to this era, like a very exciting era, the mixtape era, while giving us this moment himself. Another thing I wanted to point out about the leak is if you listen closely, you can hear that Drake samples Biggie's Get Money.
I could never be nobody #1 fan.
Now, there is some more intended symbolism behind the choice of this sample. Biggie's Get Money is essentially a story about a woman that he cheats on, who becomes scorned and turns against him.
Damn, why she wanna stick me for my paper?
Now, this is going to make a lot more sense to you guys a little later in this video, but keep in mind when Future said this to Drake.
Pillow talking, acting like a fed dog.
And I also found a very similar line from the Rick Ross and Meek Mill track, and that track is only 4 months old.
So place a bomb bet. You haven't won yet. Never. We thick on our corners. Come and get us.
I'm not even trying to be that guy. Like, I actually fuck with Meek Mill's music a little bit, but bro, on my life, not one single person listened to this album, bro. Like, nobody listened to this album. Like, this shit probably sold like 20K. And I'm not even trying to be mean, because I fuck with Meek Mill's music. Rick Ross, I mean, like, that nigga just be getting carried by Drake. I'm sorry, I had to say it, bro. That nigga does not, like, bro. Drake literally has, like, all this nigga's top 10 hits. Like, I think Meek Mill is actually a good rapper though. I fuck with Meek Mill.
It was on that track where Future claimed that Drake was his #1 fan, and Drake decided to clear that rumor.
Which he could never be. He could never be Future's #1 fan. I mean, come on, Future. Drake gave you all your #1s, bro.
Up.
I could never be
Nobody's #1 fan. Your first #1, I had to put it in your hand.
Drake stunts on Future by claiming that he could never be his #1 fan, pointing out how he was the first person to give him a #1 record, and that record was way too sexy.
I'm too sexy for this.
And as this thing progresses and we get more diss tracks, we can expect more of the same from Drake, as he pretty much helped all these guys early on in their careers.
Yeah.
I did see a post on Twitter from Hip Hop by Numbers, and they did the analytics to show that Drake has helped 32 rank on the Hot 100 charts at the time. So when it comes to that shit, like, Drake has a very obvious angle that he could play. Drake then points out that he's a global phenom and that these guys couldn't do numbers outside of America.
Right, it's fact.
Pussies can't get booked outside America for man.
I'm out in Tokyo because I'm big in Japan.
So we already know that the first line could not be directed at Kendrick because he is very much a global artist. When it comes to Future, he has done some traveling, but outside of a few shows, he exclusively plays at music festivals, whereas someone like Drake sells out entire standalone shows. There's just a massive difference in being able to pack out an arena in Germany where your name is the draw, like your name is on the flyer, that's it, and, you know, playing a music festival in Belgium somewhere with, you know, 100 people on the lineup. Now, this Tokyo line might seem simple, but it has a lot of depth, and it might just be the direct cause of the tension between Drake and Future. This is a girl that goes by the name of Just Tokyo on Instagram. Now stay with me because I'm about to blow the fucking lid off this thing.
Hold on.
28 weeks ago, this woman is at Drake's It's a Blur tour in Miami. Here she is posting a video of Drake performing, and here she is next to one of the trailers. Now, I can't be sure, but I do see this woman as someone that Drake invited to the show, and he probably did that for a pretty good reason. However, just a few months later, she posted a series of videos for her birthday with the caption, "Thank you to my Free Bands fam for another celebration."
Hold on, I think he cracked the code.
For those that don't know, Free Bands is Future's record label. And just a few months later, she's front and center.
I ain't gonna lie, I thought Free Bands was like, bro, this whole time I thought Free Bands was like his homie that was in jail, and he was saying like Free Bands. Like, I thought his name was Bands, and then Future was saying FBG. That makes sense now. I didn't even know all that. Wow.
At Future's Rolling Loud show. Here she is next to another trailer, and here she is backstage with the "We Don't Trust You" t-shirt, where she included the caption, "Enough said," with the date that the album dropped. What's even more interesting is that this woman has been linked to Future for years now.
Hold on. This nigga's
Here's
on
a photo from 2021. So when Drake says, "I'm out in Tokyo, I'm big in Japan," just think about it. The girl is Japanese.
I'm the only Japanese in the family.
Yo, this nigga, yo, I ain't gonna lie, this nigga's cooking. This nigga's cooking right now, bro. He's cooking. He's cooking. He's on to something. He's on to something.
He's saying he fucked her. Like, you know, he's big in Japan. He gave her the hammer.
Could it be a reach?
Outside of that, this line wouldn't make any sense. Statistically speaking, Drake is not big in Japan. Japan is actually one of Drake's weakest markets. Now, in the case of Kendrick, he performed in Tokyo in 2023 and had the crowd singing his lyrics word for word. And I really started to realize just how big Kendrick was in places like China when a guy hit me up a few weeks ago and he asked permission to translate my Kendrick and Cole video so that he could post it on a Chinese website. And I told the guy to just go ahead and post it, like, spread the love of hip-hop. And I couldn't fucking believe it. He hit me back after and told me that the video is just going crazy in China right now, which blew my mind. Drake then goes on to point out that he's the hit maker that all these guys rely on.
They depend on my nigga Drake. They do. They do. Backstage in my city, it was friend zone.
Drake has been
I think
feuding
that's
with
that
a
Kendrick.
lot of
That's
rappers
that
as of
Kendrick.
late, so this could be directed towards multiple people. That's when we got Aston Martin music.
I just needed time.
That track was a
what
single
I
on Rick
had to
Ross's
do.
Teflon Don album and was indeed the biggest single on the album.
Call Drake. Call my homie Drake. Shout out to Drizzy Drake.
And due to the success of that record, Ross recruited Drake again for his next album, where he chose to promote the project with a Drake feature.
I'm in the condo just posted watching Miami kill.
Now the track didn't make it on the album, but he did use Drake as like a promotional tool. However, Drake would make it onto the album as he again gave Ross one of his biggest singles, Diced Pineapples.
Then we fuck all night till things
He's so good, bro. He's so fucking good.
That track is now a certified platinum record,
Damn, I didn't know
and
that
Drake
song was
will
that big.
carry on to give Ross more big records like Stay Schemin' and Gold Rose. Drake
Bro,
is
I'm sorry, bro. Drake's verse on Stay Scheming is so fucking legendary, bro. Like, it's insane.
on quite a few of his biggest records, so this definitely could pertain to Ross. But this line pertains even more so to Future, as out of his 8 most successful records, Drake's name is on 5 of them. Personally, my
Hold on. That's nasty.
8 most successful records, Drake's name is on 5.
Yo, that's nasty. Dog, that's actually fucking nasty, bro. Oh my god, that's so fucking nasty. Damn, bro. Drake is carrying these niggas, bro.
Of them. Personally, my favorite song that they ever did was Scholarships, but I mean, they got a lot of bangers. Now, as far as the line backstage in my city, it was friend zone. This could be pertaining to one of 3 people. Rick Ross was in Toronto on October 9th, 2019.
Okay.
Future was in Toronto for Rolling Loud on September
Okay.
9th, 2022. And Kendrick was in Toronto August 12th and the 13th of 2022.
Okay.
And Drake did show up to that show.
There was video of Drake watching
I
from a
remember that.
skybox
That
at the
was petty as
Scotiabank
shit.
Arena. And
But Drake showing up to the concert is just a chess move.
You won't never take no chain
Chain
off of us.
How the fuck you big stepping with a side stepping man's on?
In the first line, Drake responds directly to Kendrick's threat on Like That when he said that he would snatch his chain.
Got 2 T's with me. I'm snatching
I'm taking
chains.
it back.
On Kendrick's album title, Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, and points out how he can't be a big stepper
What
when
a
he's only
5'7".
5'5".
That's
It's a
hard,
great
that's
little
hard.
punchline. I mean, he's adding a little bit of humor into the mix, and that's just all part of battling. Drake then makes it clear that he's ready for war, and he's diving head first into this thing.
Your
Fucking
packages
ass,
from
man.
your
I
online
need
selling
premium.
channels. Picked up from your warehouse.
This the part with
With
the
a bike, nigga, what's up?
I know my picture on the wall when y'all cook up.
In the second line, Drake references that his picture is on the
That's
wall
hard,
when
that's
they
hard,
cook
that's
up,
hard.
meaning that their hatred and jealousy towards him is the only inspiration that they have to even go into the
That's
studio.
crazy.
Again, I've said this about Drake before. Like, a line like this just got Hove written all over it. Like, this is what Jay-Z used to do. He's gonna little bro you, he's gonna flex on you, he's gonna stun on you.
Bro, Jay-Z
That's
and Drake
hard.
actually got a lot of like
baby, hope and red.
lot of similarities. Trying to give him 50 likes of push-ups.
This line actually has a few meanings. Line actually to how Anthony Extortion, the owner of TD and Extortion Baby, alluding to how Anthony Top Dog, the owner of TDE, has forced him into a shitty deal.
Horrible. Top off you and fix this shit. Like, I don't know, bro. It's just pissing me off.
To reference Top Dog's ties to the Bloods. This was actually something that J. Cole spoke about very early on.
Niggas like, yo, yeah, he fuck with some dude named Top Dog. I'm like, who the fuck is a Top Dog?
Yeah, he need to
He
sound
probably
it.
gonna fuck up his career. Some hood nigga that got this nigga locked up. Like,
Drake then mentions that Top
Back
Dog
up, back
tells
up,
Kendrick to
my bad.
drop
Alright,
and
you
give
cool,
him
you cool.
50,
Like
alluding to
some
how
push-ups.
Kendrick is like a little soldier and Top Dog is the sergeant, aka
Damn, Kendrick
the
is a
boss.
bitch, bro.
Drake then continues on
Yo, I'm
by
sorry, this nigga's a
mocking
bitch, bro.
Kendrick's ad lib
Yo, before this nigga goes at Drake, bro, get your shit situated, my nigga.
from his track Silent Hill.
Push no more love me like hood.
But the line only gets deeper as Kendrick allegedly had to split 50% of his profits with TDE.
Lanny Too Wavy,
and
what's
lastly,
good?
Drake referenced
Appreciate the follow, Lanny. We got lots of girl followers in here. What's good? What's good? Gain 100K followers tomorrow or meet Drake and spend a day with him, but no exposure, no shout out, no nothing. I'm gonna be honest, bro. I love Drake, but I'm gonna go with the 100,000 followers, bro. I'm gonna keep it real, bro. I'm gonna keep it real. I love Drake. Lanny, what made you find out about my Twitch streams? You come from YouTube, you come from TikTok, you come from Instagram, you was just scrolling through Twitch. What's the word? I gotta ask that to all my viewers. Duke is about to start acting cool and shit. How am I gonna start acting cool, bro? Bro, what the fuck, bro? Bro, Jesse, you're weird as fuck, bro. I can't, bro. I literally asked that to was just scrolling. Yeah, word. I literally asked that to everybody that get a new follower. Bro, Jesse, shut the fuck up, bro. Lanny, do you like Drake? We Drake fans over here.
It says push-ups in a literal sense, where there's actual footage of Kendrick doing push-ups. That line's fire.
Oh, my bad. You know, we already getting off on the wrong foot. Lonnie, yeah, Drake tough. All right, you see, I already like you. Welcome to the TCK family. You feel me? Appreciate the follow. Lonnie. My fault on that.
One brick, you really not shit. They make excuses for you because they hate to see me lit.
So, pretty self-explanatory. Drake brings up the fact that the album that Kendrick dropped, which took 5 years to get, wasn't received very well.
How you take 5 years to drop an album and that shit suck, my nigga? Like, I'ma just be real with you. That's tragic.
And is often referred to as a flop.
For your contract, because we got.
Let me see that bar again.
Very well, and is often referred to.
Damn, To Pimp a Butterfly didn't sell that good. That's crazy. Interesting.
As a flop.
For your contract, because.
Yo, what kind of gay shit is that, bro? Alright, look, bro, I'm gonna be real. The only man I'll ever call handsome is Drake. After that, it's just gay, my nigga. After that, it's gay. Me and spend a day with Kai, or me and spend a day with Drake? Yo, bro, I couldn't pick, bro. Those are like my two, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I really couldn't pick, bro.
We gotta see the split. The way you doing splits, bitch, your pants might rip.
All right, so this line is fucking crazy, and everyone is missing it.
How?
First and foremost, when Drake refers to the contract and the split, he's referring to Kendrick's former TDE contract.
We know that.
Where it's alleged that 50% went to TDE.
Part, though.
And that is the only part of the line that people are hearing. But Drake is not just talking about the old TDE contract. Drake wants to see what Kendrick had to agree to in order to leave TDE when the split from the label happened. So again, he's playing into the whole extortion line, right? Like, what did you do to leave? Like, what did you have to agree to? I know these guys are still in your pockets. But this line is even deeper than that.
Where's it deeper? He was finna lay. I've been trying to find this one guy's name. He was in LA ads. I saw once on here. He was fine as fuck. Interesting. I don't know who that is, but
you need to pay attention to when Drake says the way you're doing splits. Splits meaning not just the profit sharing split and not just the split from TDE itself, but another split entirely. Kendrick addresses cheating on his wife throughout his entire last album. While after some therapy, he is still with his wife today, it seems very likely that they did split at some point. By saying your pants might rip, Drake is poking at his rocky relationship in the sense that if a divorce happens, you will literally be split in two. Your pants might rip. Kendrick's wife will take half of everything he owns.
This nigga Drake is a genius. This nigga Drake is a fucking genius, bro. I didn't even know Kendrick's a fucking cheater? This is a nigga y'all fucking idolize? He cheated on his fucking wife? This is y'all's savior of hip-hop? Man, get the fuck out of here with that bullshit. What's this video called? It's right here. Man, get the fuck out of here with that bullshit, bro. This nigga's fucking human. Stop calling this nigga the savior of hip-hop, bro. I'm tired of this shit, bro. This nigga's a regular fucking human. Time for Drake to humble his ass, man. Fucking 5'5" midget. Tired of this nigga talking shit, bro. I'm tired of it, bro. I'm tired of it.
Just like his former label did. And all this shit is just...
My bad, y'all. You know, just talking about Drake, man, I got riled up a little bit.
going over heads. Like, that line is fucking crazy, guys.
Yo, this nigga really be doing his research.
Like, crazy.
400 horsepower muscle, and that's what you pick? Stelala. She cool.
If you're passionate about nursing and want to pass it on,
Dude, you looking good, bro. Appreciate you, fam. Appreciate you, fam.
belong at Chamberlain University.
You better do that motherfucking show
inside the bitty. Maroon 5 need a verse, you better make it witty. And we need a verse for the Swifties. Top say drop, you better drop and give them 50.
Drake plays directly.
Oh my god, I'm sorry, bro. I gotta hear that shit again. I literally, that part is so catchy to me.
Maroon 5 need a verse, you better make it witty. Then we need a verse for the Swifties. Top say drop, you better drop and give them 50.
Drake plays directly into his previous extortion line by saying you better do the show inside the biddy, insinuating that gang members are calling the shots and that Kendrick is powerless to their demands. You know how to blood swap out the C's for the B's like Big Bull and Bracken and Brazy, sitting back eating a Bocklet Bit bookie.
What's your first car when you get famous and rich? Bro, I really don't know. Low-key, we should do a stream where I'm just looking at cars and shit, bro. I wanted to get a BMW i8, but people be telling me that car's slow, the engine's bad, a bunch of shit like that. So I really don't know. I think I might get a Lamborghini Urus. I feel like that's basic, but the car is tough. I'm not 100% sure on what the first car I'm gonna get is.
Drake continues to support his claims of Kendrick being a worker by bringing up his collaborations with Maroon 5 and Taylor Swift. Kendrick is very much a conscious rapper, and something tells me that Drake had some inside information that maybe he wasn't thrilled about doing these records, but didn't have any choice in the matter. I think those records were a good thing for Kendrick because he was able to show like, I could do this pop shit too if I really wanted.
Pip squeak,
pipe down, you ain't in no big three. SZA got you wiped out, Travis got you wiped out, Savage got you wiped out.
In the first line, again, because of his height, Drake calls Kendrick a pipsqueak, but also because Drake is a far bigger artist. He then goes on to address Kendrick's recent claims regarding the Big Three.
Motherfuck the Big Three. Nigga, it's just Big Me. Nigga, bum!
Drake points out that Kendrick is nowhere close to the Big Three, as SZA, Travis Scott, and 21 Savage all outsold Kendrick on their last album.
They did? Hold on. Oh, okay, well, bro, Drake counting his collab album isn't
21
really fair.
Savage all outsold Kendrick on their
Actually, wait, no. Bro, technically this is wrong, because 21 Savage dropped American Dream. So her loss is in his most recent album, and American Dream sold like 150K, so this is technically wrong. How much did SZA sell? Yo, SZA sold 360 units? Yo, SZA is a superstar, bro. SZA popping her shit. I'm not even gonna hold on. SZA popping her shit. How much did Utopia sell? 496? God damn. God damn. God damn. Yo, I didn't know SZA sold 365. I thought she sold like maybe 250. Which is still a lot, don't get me wrong, but god damn. God damn.
Last albums. However, there's even more depth to the line when we look at the fact that Drake has had a #1 record himself with all three of those artists. What's interesting to me is the fact that Drake doesn't mention J. Cole.
What the fuck is this, a
20v1, nigga? What's a prince to a king? He a son, nigga.
Now, this is exactly what makes a good diss track. As we've seen a few times already, Drake is directly rebuttaling Kendrick's best shots from...
You know what's crazy, bro? He rebutted everything Future said and everything Kendrick said, bro. This is actually a 10 out of 10 diss track.
Like that.
Nigga, Prince outlived
Mike Jack, nigga, bum!
So, in Kendrick's line, he's saying that Prince, who passed away in 2016, outlived Michael Jackson, who passed away in 2009, implying that Drake's music will not stand the test of time. Drake takes the opportunity to perfectly flip this narrative by stating that, like MJ, who was the king of pop, a prince is just a son to a king. At face value, this is already a great response.
At face
but
value,
when you realize that Michael Jackson's son is also named Prince, it adds a whole other layer.
Yo, this nigga
it's a
Drake
very calculated line. Like, people have been counting this guy out, But he's really good at this shit, guys. He is.
Get more love in the city that you from, nigga.
Metro, shut your whole ass up and make some drums, nigga.
The first line is extremely clear, where Drake points out that he's a far bigger draw in Kendrick's own city and that he gets more love. Drake then turns his sights on Metro Boomin and gives us one of the funniest lines on the track, telling the producer to shut up and get back to making beats. However, the sunning doesn't stop there, as Metro allegedly isn't the super producer like the industry suggests.
Allegedly, word in the production streets is that Metro, he's just the drum guy. For all that like super producer shit, my boy ain't the best with the melodies. That's what they've been saying. I don't know. That's what they've been saying.
Every other line on this diss has multiple meanings.
Yeah, I'm the sixth guy, I'm a front runner. Y'all nigga manager with Charles, little blunt runner.
Drake then switches ops again and hones in on The Weeknd, who seems to surface any time that Drake's slander is ongoing. Drake starts off by claiming that he's the sixth god, he's the king of Toronto, which is the city that The Weeknd reps. The clowning then continues as Drake makes claims that The Weeknd's manager Cash used to work for Drake's man Chubbs as a blunt roller. He's basically saying that the guy was like a lackey, like a servant, a personal assistant.
Playing a six and you boys ain't even come from it. And when you boys got rich, you had to run from it.
Drake proceeds to take shots at members of The Weeknd's management team, pointing out that they rep Toronto when they aren't even from there, which would
Jared, shut your ugly ass up, nigga.
Evidently be true, as the co-founder is originally from Iran and the CEO is from Lebanon.
Yes, sir,
Drake then continues to say that as soon as these guys got their hands on some money, they bounced. The Weeknd lives in LA, Cash XO lives in LA, and Sal lives in LA.
Oh, that's hard. That's hard.
Shit we do for bitches, he doing for niggas.
What the fuck?
Jets, whips, chains, wiki. Spinning like you trying to fuck, boy, you tripping.
Drake continues to clown The Weeknd's manager, Cash. It's alleged that over the years, Cash would gift rappers jewelry, flights, cars, and all kinds of luxury shit. For example, here is an iced out ring that he gifted to Travis Scott, and 1 month ago he gifted this XO chain to Future, and that's exactly who Drake is also making fun of in this line, and he does that by referencing Future's flow from his track Wicked.
I can't emphasize it enough on how much I love working for Lowe's. They make me feel like I have a purpose.
The NFL season will be back before you know it. Sign up for NFL Sunday Ticket with YouTube TV.
I'm sick and tired of wearing this like knockoff Rolex, so if anyone wants to buy me one, feel free. I'm just gonna put that energy out there. Amazon, $80, baby.
Drizzy Chippendale probably got your bitch in there.
So again, I gotta bring it back to this Tokyo girl, as she was literally gifted some Chanel shoes, making the post the very next day after she attended the Drake concert. Drake also references the cartoon Chip and Dale, who were two chipmunks that helped everybody that needed help. Furthermore, Chip and Dale always fought with a character called Pluto, who they would always outwit. And as you know, Future also goes by the name Pluto.
Rolling loud stage, I would turn, that was slick as hell. Should've probably changed if your BM started kiss and tell.
Drake acknowledges the moment at Rolling Loud where Future and Metro played an early version of Like That for the crowd. People seem to think that this line is about Travis Scott, but they are wrong, as this line is most definitely about Future. Drake is claiming that Future's shows might look a little different if his BM, aka Baby Mama, starts to kiss and tell. First and foremost, one of Future's baby mamas is Sierra, who had a track Kiss and Tell. However, when I looked into this further, I found that
Stop. If he finds out another secret, I'm done, bro. This nigga really like, yo, this is a great fucking video. Future
has 8 children with 8 different women, but due to the fact that Drake uses the initials BM, I've narrowed it down to this woman right here, Brittany Mealy. Now, Future has had a real rocky relationship with this baby mama in particular, including a recent court battle for child support, which she won.
30K a month is crazy.
Now, Drake seems to be in contact with this woman, and it would appear that she has some career-altering dirt on Future that Drake now also knows about.
Oh, that's wicked.
Kisses, man, don't tell me about the switches. I'll be rocking every fucking chain I own. Next visit.
In the first line, Drake takes a shot at The
Weeknd,
Weeknd, calling him soft, as his XO label is sometimes interpreted as hugs and kisses. The line, of course, also acts as a rebuttal to Kendrick's line from Like That, where he's talking about switches, and Drake is basically claiming that Kendrick's not built like that either.
Damn, look at this nigga's fucking teeth, bro. Get some fucking braces, bitch ass nigga.
And Drake is basically claiming that Kendrick's not.
God damn, nigga needs to put on some dental plan, bro. God fucking damn, bro. Look at his teeth. Big ass buck teeth, bro. I don't fuck with this nigga, bro.
Built like that either.
I'll be rocking every fucking chain I own. Next visit. Hey, I'll be with bodyguards like Whitney.
Again, Drake is responding directly to Kendrick's claims on Like That, where he name-dropped his bodyguard 2T's and claimed that he would snatch Drake's chain. Drake's coming with that energy, man. He's coming, he's rocking every fucking chain next visit. That's hard. However, it is really the second line that got a lot of people talking. First and foremost, Drake claims that he's with some bodyguards like Whitney, which is an ode to the movie The Bodyguard, starring Whitney Houston and Kevin Costner.
Goated.
This movie is about a bodyguard that is hired to protect Whitney, and they end up falling in love. To further complicate this whole thing, Kendrick's wife's name is also Whitney, which could mean that she slept with her bodyguard. When Drake really wants to put emphasis on something that I noticed over the years is he tends to drag out his words. We saw the same thing with Duppy Freestyle when it came to Pusha's wife.
Let it ring on you like Virginia Williams.
Jimmy John's Caprese Salami Pesto is back. Now that's Italian.
And just think about it. Like, if this is actually true, and Kendrick hired a man with his own money to protect his wife, Whitney, like the movie The Bodyguard.
Oh, that's wicked.
And she really was fucking around on him like that.
That's wicked.
This line is even more fucking crazy, if this is true. And I'm so committed to this whole thing that I literally watched the entire movie last night with my girl. And while it didn't do much for me, it made me remember that Drake has mentioned this movie before.
What?
Don't look like Kevin Costner, you tweaking.
When we look at just how...
Wait, hold on.
Or...
Bodyguards don't look like Kevin Costner, you tweaking.
When we look at just how calculated Drake is, I don't believe for 1 second that Drake is mentioning this movie again on one of his most scathing diss records of his entire career.
Just pulled up to Whitney, Houston, Texas for the evening.
I think this is a true subliminal in the sense that we don't get it, but Kendrick does. Even Pusha T admitted that he felt like Drake was exceptional at these types of subs.
You know, lines here and there.
Yo, Drake is the GOAT. Yo,
really good at that.
Yo, what?
He's great at that.
Great at that.
Yeah.
Broader line, him and Hov under the radar. And
he's one of the best with the sub.
Yeah. Look, guys, where there's smoke, there's fire. Kendrick has had plenty of issues with his wife.
What the fuck?
And I'm standing on this one. Drake knows something. As Drake continues to bring up this 50% narrative, he's not speaking in the past tense, and he's making it seem like even today, Top Dawg still has his hands in Kendrick's pockets. It's very interesting. Something else to mention about this little hook is that Drake is paying homage to Mike Jones, dropping Give Me 50. Now, beyond paying homage, you can best believe there's a reason why he selected this record. I just can't figure it out.
Niggas really got me out here talking when I'm 50. Niggas really got me out here rapping what I'm...
Yo, chat, bro. The drop. I think Drake... I saw this shit on Twitter, but bro, I came to this conclusion. Y'all can even ask my friends, fucking TCK in the group chat. I was telling these niggas about this shit. I said it was gonna come out. I think Drake might own 50% of Kendrick Lamar or own something. Cause look, In first person shooter, Drake said, your pub was up for sale, I bought the whole thing. Okay? Now in this song, he's saying, drop it, give me 50. But he was whispering it. Like he was like, drop it, give me 50. Drop it. I think he's low-key taunting Kendrick there. It's something there, bro. I'm telling y'all there's something there.
Coming off the iconic Woo Kid drop, Drake claims that he's attacking the situation like 50 Cent. Bear in mind, 50 does indeed have a history of dissing a bunch of rappers on a single record. And when he says, like, you got me rapping what I'm living, he's just meaning, like, I'm coming with facts. Like, I'm giving receipts. I really did give you your first #1. You really did leave Toronto. Your album really did flop and came 5 years. I really am way richer than you. I really am way bigger than you. I really do have all the most #1s. He's rapping what he's living.
I might take it latest, girl, and cuff her like a Ricky. Can't believe he jumping in, this nigga turning 50. Every song I made it on the party got me drizzy. Spend that little check, you gotta stay up on my business.
In the first line, Drake says, cuff her like I'm Ricky, clowning Ross for being a correctional officer
Goofy
back
ass
in the
fat
day.
ass boy.
Now, the fact that he also calls him Ricky is an ode to 50 Cent's hilarious skits about Rick Ross.
Officer Ricky? Damn.
Nah, Officer Ricky is insane.
Now, the leaked version had a line that I did want to point out.
Worry about whatever going on with you and
So he leaves out the last line, but we can fill in the blanks. He's talking about Diddy, and Rick Ross does have some allegations about connections to Diddy.
Ricky!
As I was doing the edit, I thought of something else too. When Drake says cuff her like I'm Ricky, that could actually be a reference to the Diddy shit too. Like these freaky ass parties, like with the cuffs and shit, you know what I mean?
From the moment it leaves the factory, critical parts of your engine are building up deposits. And
shout out to the hooper that be busting out the gritty. We know why you mad, nigga, I ain't even tripping. All that little heartbroken Twitter shit for bitches.
This line is directed at John Morant, who is
wicked.
known for doing a dance called the Gritty. When Metro posted a tweet that said, once you pick a side, stay there,
Yeah, John Morant's
John
dick riding
seemingly
ass
sided
wanted.
with
Yeah,
him
fuck you,
by
nigga.
retweeting
Fuck
stay
you,
on
John.
that side.
Fuck you,
When
John.
Drake says we all know
You
why
used to
you're
be my second
mad,
favorite
he's
player in the
likely
NBA.
referring
Fuck you,
to
nigga.
how he was spotted on a date with Brooklyn Nicole, and she is John Morant's ex. When you think about it, man, like the way it seems right now, Drake's got most of these dudes shook over pussy. Really, like not all of them, but a lot of them.
In that fucking song, y'all got to not start the beef with us. This shit been brewing in a pot now, heating up.
Pretty self-explanatory. I told you guys this 4 months ago, and a lot of you guys said I was crazy.
I don't care what Cole think, that Doc shit was weak as fuck. Champagne tripping, he is not fucking easing up.
And while Drake doesn't really say anything bad about J. Cole, he does kind of stunt on him a little bit by just showing that he's not afraid to do this shit. This is further solidified when Drake claims that he has no intentions of easing up, possibly alluding to Cole's apology for his diss. Everyone was basically claiming that J. Cole was the only person capable of going toe-to-toe with Kendrick,
y'all niggas
and
fucking
he
weird.
bowed out.
I won't forgive y'all niggas. So y'all stupid ass niggas was sitting there saying, oh, Drake needs to get out the way. Then he should let the two real lyricists do it. J. Cole and Kendrick. Man, shut the fuck up. Y'all saw how that shit played out. Y'all dumb as shit. Y'all saw how that shit played out. J. Cole got up on stage and apologized. Which, I'm not mad at J. Cole for apologizing. I'm mad at him for getting on the album. The next album. We still don't trust you. I'm mad at him for that. But for apologizing, if that's how he felt, that's how you felt. But switching sides, I think that's crazy. That's crazy.
I feel like Drake was very disappointed with J. Cole, and not including him in the Big 3 line from earlier was telling.
You ain't in no Big 3. SZA got you wiped down. Travis got you wiped down. Savage got you wiped down.
And First Person Shooter is where it all started. J. Cole's the one that said the Big 3. So you'd think that Drake would take the opportunity as a slam dunk to throw Cole's name in there.
Nope.
But he doesn't.
Nigga calling top to see if top one piece it up. Top one piece it up. Top one piece it up. Nah, pussy, now you on your own when you speaking up.
So Kendrick announced his departure from TDE back in 2021, and after Mr. he was supposedly a free man. Drake clowns Kendrick and claims that as a result of this beef, he's going to be calling Anthony Top Dog to try and piece things up.
No.
Now, a lot of people seem to think that Kendrick is buddy-buddy with the guys over at TDE, but there has been rumors that this is not the case. I did watch a video a while back from a creator called Geek About It, and he put together a pretty compelling narrative.
I need to watch that.
So big shout out to that guy. I'm going to leave a link to his video
I need to watch that.
In the description. And he's got like 16,000 subs, so run the subs up for him. He's got a good channel.
You don't roll beat to this and not fucking deep enough.
This is one of my favorite lines on the track. It's just such a hard narrative flip, given the fact that all the biggest artists in the game are teaming up on Drake, and he's still saying, sorry, that's still not enough.
Numbers wise, I'm out of here, you not fucking creeping up. Money wise, I'm out of here, you not fucking sneaking up. Go on, buy your show money, merch money, feed us.
When Drake finds these little pockets like this, like it just reminds me so much of Jay-Z. Like, your show money is merch money to us. Like, it's just that braggadocious money talk, numbers talk. Like, what are we doing? What are you talking about?
I'ma let you niggas work it out because I seen enough. This ain't even everything I know, don't wait the demon up. This ain't even everything I know, don't wait the demon up.
This is by far the most confident Drake that we have ever seen going into a battle. Now, we don't know what Drake knows, but I'm going to call it right now. He's about to blow the fucking doors off this thing. This one's different for Drake. He's coming in different. Drake then switches it up and goes into a far more melodic flow. Drake is literally begging Kendrick to drop, which honestly tells me even more that he's got something crazy in the tuck. Regardless of what you hear online, this is a very, very solid diss record from Drake.
Banger.
Drake is the one that took the plunge here. He's the first one to come with this type of energy. He came reciting facts. He rebutted every line that anyone said about him. And while he did get personal in this record, he did not reveal his whole hand. Drake has left us wondering what else he has in the tuck. This is a very solid record. And you guys are always trying to pinpoint like what team I'm on. Like he's a Kendrick Glazer. He's Team Kendrick. And now because of this video, because I'm talking favorably about Drake, you guys are gonna call me a Drake Glazer. I'm not on anyone's team. Like just because I'm complimenting Drake for what he did in his diss. I'm just speaking facts about this diss. It's a great record. But when it comes to a team, I don't have a team. I'm Team Hip Hop. When Kendrick drops his diss, whenever that is, I'm going to come in with just as much energy for that video. I love this shit. I'm Team Hip Hop. There is no picking sides.
What's the Dirt is so dope, bro.
He kills it, right? Is Kendrick
so
and
fire.
Drake?
Hold it, bro. That shit is so hard, dog. Run it back.
And shout out to my dude, What's the Dirt, because I do like him. I do.
Oh, yes, he's dope.
What's the Dirt? Shout out to that person. The homie looked like he did a good job.
I saw that clip on YouTube. The guy did a good job.
He did.
He did a good job with that.
It came across my...
That's crazy.